What's good, everybody? Man, these shirts are starting to feel pretty schmedium. Good chest day, I guess, you know. Alrighty, let's talk a little bit about harmony, congruency, and alignment, okay? These are words that I thought I understood pretty well. I highly recommend that if you ever hear a word that you're like even somewhat vague on the definition of, go look that motherfucker up. Probably you're partially making it up, and it is oftentimes for me fucking profound to find out what a word actually fucking means. And so, you know, I hear those words a lot. I heard those words a lot, especially as I started getting more and more into like motivational speaking, coaching, you know, seeking out information from other people. Some things you'll hear a lot from people like, are you in alignment with what you're trying to do? Are your goals and the way you work congruent? Are you in harmony with what you're trying to accomplish? Those are some examples of those words being used right there. But more importantly, what I want to draw some attention to today is how fucking important it is to be those things in retrospect to everything else. Just 2 seconds. My messenger is blowing the fuck up. I want to make sure somebody's not trying to get a hold of me over one of these appointments or something. All right, cool. So here's the deal. Congruency, if you look that the definition up, it actually mentions alignment, and it even mentions harmony as well. All of these terms are interrelated. And I look out at the world and I look at my previous results. I look at what I used to accomplish, the things that I used to struggle with, all the shit that was going on in my life 24/7. And I realized my biggest problem is that I wasn't in fucking alignment. I wasn't having congruent actions with what I was trying to accomplish. And most of all, I was not in fucking harmony in any way, shape, or form with anything that I actually wanted. So this draws back to how often I consistently say this stuff. I know that I repeat myself over and fucking over again, but that's because, honestly, we as humans need to hear the solutions that we're looking for over and over and over again. We need to drive it home. If you are watching, please give me a second. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Please take a second to share these. Follow, subscribe, check out my YouTube channel. It's under The Murder Mentality. I've got a website, www.themurdermentality.com. Check that out as well. We've got all kinds of awesome content in all those places for you. That being said, you have to have a goal first, man. Like, I will drive this home until the day I fucking die. If you do not have a major purpose for your day-to-day actions, you will fucking be blown around like a leaf in the wind. You will end up with stuff you don't fucking want. You will end up helping other people fulfill their dreams, which isn't a bad thing, but it sucks to always be doing that for other people and not be doing it for yourself. Okay, so just think about how important it is to know where you're going. If you just get in the car and fucking drive with no destination, you're gonna run out of gas. You're not going to know what's going on. You're going to get confused, frustrated, whatever the shit. But most of all, you're going to get what you get without fucking getting what you want. So you have to be honest with yourself. What do you really want? What does fulfilling look like to you? What would fulfilling look like to you in 5 years? What would fulfilling look like to you at the end of your life? It's important to consider your own fucking death. I'm not saying be morbid. I'm saying sit around and be like, hey, what do I want to be remembered by? What do I want to have accomplished by the time I die? I don't want to be in a nursing home, first of all, ever, period. That ain't going to happen. I'm never going to allow my kids or allow myself to be put in a situation where my children have to financially support me for me to be able to live. I'm not saying if you're in a position like that I judge you. I'm just saying that I don't want to be that person personally, okay? I also don't want to fucking look back and say, damn, man, I wish I would have tried harder. I wish I would have known what I wanted more. Man, I wish I would have done this, that, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be full of fucking regrets when I die. I would rather say, hey, man, that was fucking wild when I tried that one thing and I just fucking crashed and burned than the time that I thought I was going to try something and didn't do it. In fact, I would say most of the times we tell funny stories to each other, it's stories about our failures and our overcoming those failures. Nobody wants to hear a story about how you fucking quit. It's negative, it's stupid, it's ugly, nobody cares. I don't want to hear it, they don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up about it, okay? Shut the fuck up about your failures and let's talk about what you want to actually do with your life. Like, this is so fucking important. It's basic. I wish we would teach this shit in school above all other fucking subjects, man. That you need to be in alignment with what you fucking want. And for you to be in alignment with it, you need to fucking know what you want. For you to be in alignment, the definitions, there's several of them, but one of them is for all of the moving parts of a vehicle to be in proper working order. In retrospect, when you consider that with goal setting and like future planning, that makes perfect sense. Every aspect of this, your life, has to be set up in such a way that you're going to get what you want to get. Because if it's not, you ain't going to get there. If your car's out of alignment, it's going to fuck up eventually and crash and fucking burn. At worst, at best, it's going to get wherever the hell it's going real shitty and slow. At best. You know what I mean? That's best case scenario. Is you're going to get somewhere and have to repair it. You're going to have a whole bunch of damage along the way. You're going to have so much extra crap to clean up, okay? And harmony is another one too that I really love the definition of. And it says, like, for all of the aspects of music to be aligned in such a way or to be set up in such a way that they sound pleasing together. It also can be considered anytime things just match up together and just seem to fit like a puzzle and produce something that's pleasing, nice, or helpful. Wow. Again, in context of our lives, what an amazing concept. How awesome is it to know that when you're in harmony with the people around you and the things that you're doing, your life is going to be fucking pleasant. Okay? There's going to be hard parts of it. In fact, you should seek the hard parts out. That's how you get where you want to go. You don't get where you want to go by just being half-assed in everything you fucking do. You don't get where you want to go by like knowing you want this, but doing this thing over here that you know wrecks that thing, okay? You can't want to be a good dad and then come home and get shit-faced every fucking night and expect that to fucking happen. You have to be responsible if you want to be a good dad. By definition, men should be responsible. I don't speak to the experiences of what I think women should be or shouldn't be. I'm not a woman, but I can absolutely say that I think from the perspective of a man who has been at the lowest points, who has been the type of person that needed these type of talks, who has been shitty as fuck, been a bad dad, been a bad man, can honestly say that I know that on this side of it, it all fucking sucks. And on this side of it is self-respect, self-love, respect from your family and loved ones, respect for your community. The ability to look back at your life and say, all of that was building up for me to be this. Because as long as I continue to be shitty, there's never been the turning point for me to get in alignment with what fucking God has on my heart, man. I don't come up with these concepts beforehand. I don't like write them all down on a list and try to figure out what I'm going to talk about tomorrow or a week from now. I wait until I feel that one thing just like hit me in the chest, and that's what I choose to talk about. And today, this was it, man, because I've just been hearing these words over and over and over and over again. Napoleon Hill and all of his books and all of his lectures and everything, always talking about harmony, being in harmony with the people around you, being in harmony with the things that you want to do, and making sure that you're constantly trying to achieve a balance that's forward moving. Okay, Eric Thomas always talks about congruency. My personal coach, Wes Watson, is always talking about alignment, but they all essentially mean the same thing. Alignment's another great definition of that one is that, everything is lined up in a direction to achieve an end result or achieve a place that you're going. Again, that makes so much fucking sense, okay? Congruency, they need to interact with one another. Essentially, the real end result of this is that you need to choose where you're going. First off, right off the bat, stop what you're fucking doing in your life right fucking now if you don't know what you want in 5 years. I'm serious. I don't want to fucking hear anybody complain anymore about how much they don't like their life if they don't even fucking have an idea of what good life looks like to them. How are you gonna bitch that you don't fucking like what you have when you don't even know what you want? How? How do we do that? I don't know how I used to do it, but when I look at it, man, when I look at my old behaviors like that, man, this is fucking stupid. If everybody just thought like me, the world would be so much better. I'm glad nobody else, few people thought like me. I guess a lot more than I care to admit to do. But I'm glad that not everybody thought like me, because then we'd all be fucking victim pieces of shit and the world would be set even worse on fire. All right? You need to absolutely choose what you want to be in 5 years. I recommend you write it down on a piece of paper. Carry that motherfucker with you. Record it on your phone. Play it for yourself. Anything you can do to see it over and over and over and over again until it gets so internalized that as soon as you're off track, you fucking know it and you feel it in your fucking heart. You feel the fucking calling that God has given you, like falling away, and go, ooh, that fuck, I don't like the way this feels. This isn't good. I don't like this at all. And when you start feeling that shit, jump back on path. Jump back on path. Quit getting... Dude, that's the hookup. That's God telling you, stop fucking doing this or start doing this. You know what you should be doing. Like, God's gifted you. The universe, creation has gifted you with the vision. Now use it. It's so important. You must create in your head first what you want to have happen in your future. Because once you can create it in your head, then you can go about finding the components to build the vehicle to take you where you want to go. But as long as you don't know where you want to go, what you want to have, or any of those things, you're basically just ramming parts together and hoping it fucking works out, and then being mad or upset or disappointed or emotionally fucked because it's not exactly what you wanted to see. Well, you didn't know what you wanted to see. You just know that you don't like what you have. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. All right? So, like, take a second and consider, what does like a happy life, what does a fulfilling life more than anything look like to you in 5 years? What do you look like physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like fucking energy-wise in 5 years in your own head? If you don't know, you're going to get something you don't like. Because the universe, God, whatever you want to call it personally, will punish you in equal measure to the lack of use of the gifts and calling that you have, as it will reward you for using the gifts and calling you have. For not taking control of your ability to fucking determine what you want to do next based off of that fucking authentic voice of God, creation, the universe, inside your fucking chest, inside your fucking very soul, your feelings. If you fail to fucking take that into account, what the fuck is this? I swear to God that shit was open. I need to work on figuring out how to unlock the door properly, getting the fucking congruency with that. But like, to get back on subject here, we have to realize that we have a choice. You know what I mean? It's not, if we're created in our Creator's image, and that means that we're created with the ability to choose, because that's the ability to create on a very basic level. Okay? On the most basic level, creation is choice. Okay? If we choose something and take the action to get that thing, we will be rewarded with that thing. If we do not choose something and take whatever actions just come to mind that makes us feel good right fucking now, we will not achieve things we like. And we will be punished, if nothing else, by never achieving or feeling that feeling of knowing that you're in alignment, congruency, harmony with God's very fucking will for you. That's the concept. It's a will. It's not a, you have to fucking do this. It's a will. It's, I would like you to. I want you to. I desire a good life for you. I desire a fulfilling life for you. And a fulfilling life never fucking happens without some planning, without some direction, without some level of vision for your future. I'm not telling you need to fucking tell me what it is. I'm just telling you need to fucking have one. Like basically, like, how can you have any type of harmony in your life if you don't even know where you're going? You're just being blown by the wind. You're like out to sea, be calmed. There's no fucking wind in any direction. Or you do have your sails up and whatever wind kicks up takes you that direction to that direction. You're still lost at sea. You have to have a fucking map. You have to have, at very least, a compass. You have to, at very least, know that there's a direction you'd like to head. But it's better if you have a map. It's better if you have a destination, because as you're achieving that destination, as you get towards it, as you realize that it's going to happen, you start thinking, because you're like, damn, I accomplished this thing. What can I do next? How big can I make this? How far can I take these gifts and these callings that God has given me? And the answer is, as far as you fucking have the willpower to keep listening and taking action on doing it. That is as basic as it gets, man. The basic gist of the matter here currently is that I produce this content constantly, every day, consistently, okay? Because it is congruent, it is in harmony, it is in alignment with what I would like to do in my life, and that is to help people who have been through similar circumstances to me, to help the people that I have a unique voice and experience to speak to. Okay, not every speaker out there, not every person is going to be able to reach every single human being. But the reality is that there is a select group of people, and with as many people as there is on this planet, that's in the millions, that can identify with my life experiences and identify with the message that I'm talking about. Identify with my program. Identify with the fact that I use art, fitness, and then community, and everything that I do that has responsibility to it as a way to build who I am and to build that confidence, to build the ability to hear fucking God, to build the ability to just be calm my own emotions enough to be motivated by the way I'll feel when I accomplish something, not the way I'll feel when I just do this thing that makes me instantly feel good, okay? All of the accomplishments in life are going to be difficult. It is difficult to achieve harmony with 17, 20, 100 different instruments for it to become a beautiful symphony. But when we take action, we put all those in alignment, it's all in harmony. We have a conductor that's helping them direct where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be doing it, how loud they're supposed to be doing it, how low, how soft, how hard, all that stuff. All of a sudden it becomes a fucking symphony. And your life can never be that symphony. It can never be that beautiful fucking song that God is playing through you if you don't choose what you want to play. So today, I just want to take a second and say, please guys, find what you want to do in your life. Stop allowing mediocrity to rule your fucking judgment. Stop allowing fear to keep you from choosing a direction. Because I promise you, the fucking pain you're going to feel in 5, 10, 50 years from not doing what you needed to do is going to be so insane. And we're living through literally miraculous, modern, scientific fucking medical miracles every fucking day, all right? That means that the likelihood is that our generation that thought we were never going to fucking live to be 60 or 70, and some of us 30 or 40 with how we used to live, are probably going to live to be close to 100, all right? That means at 35, I'm only a third of the fucking way through this shit. And I need to act like it. I need to act like I'm not in the last fucking 2 minutes. In fact, I would even say that the most respected sports players of all time didn't give up if there was a fucking second left on the clock, they were still trying. Because that's fucking hard, man. That's God playing that symphony through you. So, I love y'all. Please, please, please set yourself some goals. And set off today. Don't wait another fucking minute. Every minute you wait, you're giving yourself permission to wait even more. Love y'all.